This is Jacob Young. I'm a second-generation hat maker. In this video we will be going over the touring cap, which is a style of hat that me and my family make here in Oregon. We make this style in 4 different cuts, which is talking about how floppy the hat is on top. And it has nothing to do with the size of the hat, but those different floppinesses work well for different kinds of people, different silhouette sizes, different amounts of hair, different head sizes. And so we have 3 different iconic characters here to model these 4 different styles of hats. Over here we have Slim and Trim. Slim is a size 22, that's 22 inches of circumference. That's how we measure hats. Over here we have Pumpkin. Pumpkin is a 25, and I am a 23 3/4. So what that means is my size, I am just outside the range of standard extra large. I almost never find fedoras or cowboy hats that fit me, although I do sometimes. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I'm just right there on that outer edge. A 22, that's pretty small. A 25, that's pretty big. You can feel a 1/4 inch of difference in a hat size, and a 1/2 inch is like another increment of size change. So yeah, our hats do adjust to size, and on our website we make on hatpeople.com we make hats exact to size. But yeah, it's good to know your size for getting a hat. So here we go. What we're going to start with is the full or the extra full cut. Here is Pumpkin in his extra full cut. He looks excellent, excellent as a squash can be. There he is. And over here we got Slim. Slim now, that is a lot of hat. You know, maybe you're feeling good about that, but that is so much hat. So that is that look. I recommend, if Slim wants a floppy hat, to go with something more like a regular full or a deep cut. Sometimes the extra full is just what's happening for someone in this size range, but mostly if they want a big floppy hat, it's more like a regular full or a deep cut. This is just so much hat. You see, you can wear them in different shapes. They're all soft. So here you go. See, I take it and brush it back and get that other look, right? If I do that with Slim's hat here, it's like it's practically coming to their shoulders, right? So just to know, that's what that does. When you brush it back, you can see I'm wearing it high up, right? And then brushing it back. That gets that look. It goes well with big hair, right? You can also put your thumbs in there and pull straight down. Get it all the way over your ears and really stay warm with it. You want to get this tuck forward look instead. What I do is I make like a puppet mouth. Get that material all across the bill just the way I want it to look. I hold that. Now you see the lining is another layer of fabric for our hats. What you do is you want to pull that free from the outside, so you have the outside of the hat in that shape and you have the inside of the lining all available right there for the top of your head. You see, it's like 2 hats. There's a cotton lining and then there's the outside of the hat. So you just have to be aware that you can take those 2 parts and make them separate. So here we go again. Make the puppet mouth. Get it all dialed. I hold that, pull the lining free. Then I grab it kind of like the width of my eyebrows away from each other. The bill's at the bottom, and I just bring it on, but I just bring it right to the sides of like just above my ears. I get all that material up there, and then I brush it around and get it all set just the way I want it to be. So yeah, that's the tuck forward effect there. There's the brush back. Let's do the brush back now for Pumpkin. So I grab the bill and I grab the back at the same time and I pull from both sides. And that gets that look, you see, and there's Pumpkin. Okay, let's go on to the regular full. So, regular full on me is what I like. Got this big hair and stuff like that. This is just matching for me personally. Usually I don't have my hair all over the place. This is just for the video, but even when I have it back, it just works. It's just the right amount of hat for me and the look that I'm looking for. I like it. Here is the full on Pumpkin. And here is the full on Slim. So yeah, of the cuts, medium, deep, full, extra full, the most similar are the full cut and the deep cut. They're both floppy across the front of the bill, but the deep cut is narrow and the full cut is round. So yeah, there's the brush back. Now with the brush back on all these styles, it comes down all the way over your ears. So if you want to be able to do that, it does that. I do the regular brush back look, just to kind of model having a lot of hair. So I get it right there, high up. I grab the bill, I grab the back, and I bring it back, kind of roll it down here in the back. And that settles in, you know. That tuck forward effect or the brush back, you know, if you really want it to kind of take on that shape, what I recommend to do is to wear it in the rain, just the way you like it, and let it dry on your head. And then it'll really take on that form. It's really like a new pair of boots. The fabric just needs to get used to being a hat. So there's the brush back for all of us. Let's move on to the deep cuts. Now the difference on the deep cut, I think you're going to be able to see it most clearly on me. Because you can really, you know, it's a subtle difference. They're floppy, but they're narrow, right? So here I am. Let me get tuck forward again so you can really see the contrast. Okay, there is the tuck on me, and now here is the tuck on me in the deep cut. So you see how that is? There's enough material to come across the front of the bill, but the sides are much narrower. It's a much narrower hat. This style of hat works really well for me if I have short hair. Then that's what I usually wear. I don't wear a full cut, I wear a deep cut. Because I like that floppy look, I like that old European look. But yeah, it's just, you know, I'm so different with short hair. So yeah, there is that one. Let's do this. So, and you see here on Pumpkin, it's almost a trim hat. It's really comes in. It's almost narrow, you know. So that's good for that's really the look. If someone is in it's a large size and they want to do that tuck forward, but they want it to be as close fitting as possible, this is really where it's at. I think that the brush forward like this in the medium cut, which is the trimmest size, is just too little. But this is that amount that works for that works solidly for someone who's in a large size. Over here with Slim, it works and it's narrow. This is an especially good style for someone in this size range. If they want to do the brush back like this, and they want a floppy hat, but they're a petite person, this comes all the way over their ears, and and they can put their hair up in it, just no problem at all. But it's narrow, so you know, chances are someone who's this size, they're going to be more petite, and so that gives them the big hat effect. But it's not just like too much hat. So there's that. When you do the brush back for Pumpkin, you get about half your ears, and same for me. Here we go. Let's get it down. Let's see what that looks like. See, there it is. See, it just gets half my ears. So yeah, there's that look. Okay, and now we'll go to the medium cut. Now, as I was saying, with the medium cut and Pumpkin, the brush forward just It works for some folks that are in this size range, you know, like 24 and a half or something. Sometimes it works 25 and a half. Sometimes it works. But pretty much when you get into the 24s, up into the 24 and a quarter and above with the medium cut, if you want to do the brush forward, it could be just too high up on your head. It could not feel secure. It's very person to person, but that does happen. On the other hand, the brush back for pumpkin size in a medium cut, that can do something cool because it comes across as being like a very fitted hat. You see, it's just like shunk, it just comes in right to your size and shape. Now me, in a medium cut, brush forward, that can totally work. I'm in a size range where it's up there and it's trim. It's high up on my head and it's not a lot of hat. It's still got that round look and it's secure. It's coming down enough onto my head to not feel like it's just gonna fly off in the wind. So that can work. Then over here we got Slim, and I think that is just excellent on Slim. That really is a nice balance of hat. And I can say from my experience with our hats that the medium cut is the most popular of all these cuts. It really just matches up with people very well. Again, you know, you think about like, this is a 22, I'm 23 3/4. A very kind of standard target size for a lot of people is about a 23. So this style works for a lot of folks. Here it is brushed back. See, and it's not quite as close fitting as it is for pumpkin. We'll do the pumpkin look there. But it's not quite as close fitting as pumpkins, but it's, you know, it's got a little bit of a rounder thing, but it is trim and it comes in. You see, I barely catch the top of my ears. I think that for Slim, it might come about halfway over Slim's ears. But that works well too, as you get that brush back. And that's a really good look for a lot of folks that are just looking for that look, you know, and are in the size range, you know, 21 to 23, 23 and a half. It works really well. It works very, very well. Okay, well that's the touring cap, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Okay, bye-bye.